gonna go write a million songs if that's the way to be. I'll write a classic to beat them all and go down in history. I'll be the one to reach the stars, but only if you're with me tonight, 'cause that'll be.
Hello again and welcome to episode 37 of Main Street Martin and part 2 of our latest Princess cruise to Portugal, Spain and France.
I'm gonna go write a million songs if that's the way to be. I'll write a classic to beat them all and go down in history. I'll be the one to reach the stars, but only if you're with me tonight, 'cause that'll be the life. 'Cause that'll be the life. 'Cause that'll be the life.
Now in previous episodes we've cruised on both the Emerald and Enchanted Princess ships and provided 2 Mediterranean cruise series in places like Marseille, Rome, Naples and Athens. Don't forget you can still check out all of the previous episodes including our 2022 cruise on the Regal Princess right here on this channel. And if you enjoy any of the videos, please make sure you click on the like button, ring the notification bell to be informed of any future videos and make sure you subscribe.
Well, we've arrived in Gibraltar and the weather is no better at all.
Now if you saw the first episode you'll know that we spent the first days of the cruise at sea in very choppy conditions aboard the Sky Princess, and we did have a port stop in the Portuguese capital Lisbon. We were hoping for better weather and calmer seas, but unfortunately neither improved by the time we reached Gibraltar. We actually had to cancel port because of the bad weather, and so we were unable to stop in Cadiz. The captain said we'd now be heading straight to Gibraltar and would stay there for 2 days instead of 1. Well, we'd actually planned this cruise for a number of reasons, and one of those was to meet relatives who live in Gibraltar, and as we'd been there before, we didn't mind too much about being there for 2 days. But it was rather frustrating for those who hadn't been to Gibraltar before, as it rained for the entire time the ship was in port, and many of the things to visit were either closed altogether like the cable car, or not much fun at all in the rain. Of course, there's absolutely nothing that can be done about the weather, and there's always a risk of poor weather. But as the captain said many times, this was totally unprecedented.
So here we are, day 2 of Gibraltar after we missed Cadiz because of the weather, and the weather hasn't improved at all. In fact, it's possibly raining harder than it did yesterday, if that's actually possible. You can't even see the rock. Yesterday the cable car and everything to do with that wasn't working because of the weather. Nobody, as far as I know, was going up to the top. We've left the ship, but everybody on the ship is just sitting around reading books. Many people not even bothering to get off for a second day here in Gibraltar. We're meeting some friends, not really quite sure what else we can do because the weather is so bad, and we looked at the forecast for the next few port stops right the way up to Bordeaux, and it doesn't look to be getting any better at all. We've yet to see the sun, in fact, for the whole of this cruise, and because the ship is so rammed with people because it's full, and because nobody is going on deck or doing anything outdoors, everywhere is really crowded. There are queues to get drinks and food, and some people are finding it relaxing, but actually one of the main reasons that people do cruises is to see different places. But this is not Gibraltar at its best.
As we've been to Gibraltar before, here is some of the video we recorded when the sun was shining, and an idea of some of the things we did and would recommend. Brits can certainly feel at home here with shops like Marks & Spencer's and WH Smith, red phone boxes, Bobby's on the Beat, pillar boxes and pubs. We certainly found Gibraltar to be a fascinating place, from its caves and batteries to the Barbary apes on the slopes of the rock. We chose to explore Gibraltar on our own and took the cable car up to the top for some spectacular views of Europe, Africa and the Mediterranean. The cable cars travel 1,300 feet as you admire panoramic views that extend over 30 miles. On a clear day you'll see across the Strait of Gibraltar to Africa, the coast of Morocco, the Atlantic Ocean, the Mediterranean Sea and Spain to the north.
You will encounter the famous Barbary macaques. These are wild, free-roaming, tailless monkeys. They have sharp teeth and will bite if provoked. Please do not feed or attempt to touch them. Feel free to take photos, but please keep your distance. You should not take out or display any food or plastic bags, as the monkeys will grab them. You should place rucksacks at your front to protect your belongings. Located at the summit, the Mons Calpe Suite restaurant offers a varied menu of meals, snacks and drinks while you enjoy this spectacular view in a unique setting. We have a small gift shop where you can purchase a range of souvenirs. An audio tour can be downloaded to your mobile device using the QR code issued at the ticket office via our free Wi-Fi. It will highlight points of historical interest as you wander the terraces. If you have purchased an entry ticket, you will be able to access the nature reserve and admission to its many sites. The Skywalk glass platform is a 10-minute walk downhill. St. Michael's Cave is a further 10-minute walk. If your plans change, you can purchase an entry ticket in the restaurant. From April to the end of October, the cable car will not stop at the middle station. Please see the signs on your arrival at the top station for the last cable car down. In the event of an emergency, please listen to the instructions of the attendant.
One of the reasons that many tourists come to the top of the rock is to see the Barbary apes, but there's certainly much more to do than that, and the scenery and the views are stunning. Now, how these primates came to inhabit the island is the stuff of legend. Some believe the monkeys made their way through the cave tunnels all the way from Africa. The Barbary apes have been entertaining visitors with their playful antics for years and have mysteriously inhabited the area for centuries. Now, if they didn't make their way onto the rock through the underground caves, the only other explanation for their appearance is that sailors and pirates brought them over from Africa on voyages. Currently, there are approximately 230 apes that reside on the upper rock, and the apes are certainly well catered for by the Gibraltar Ornithological and Natural History Society. They're given fresh food and water every day to supplement what can be found in the wild. Beware though, they do roam freely and have been known to snatch bags and cameras as well. There are lots of things to do at the top of the rock. There's a nature reserve up there. If you can stand heights, why not cross the Windsor Suspension Bridge, or on the way down, take a look at the Moorish Castle. When you're back in town, you can also walk across the airport runway to the Spanish border. But here are my top 5 recommendations, and all 5 of these are achievable in one day. This is the entrance to St Michael's Cave, a network of underground limestone caves and tunnels. The entrance is in the Upper Rock Nature Reserve of Gibraltar, approximately 300 metres above sea level. Now here you'll see stalagmites and stalactites in a series of twisting subterranean passageways and an unexpected amphitheatre used as a concert hall. Cathedral Cave was given its name because of the formations hanging from the walls resembling organ pipes. Steeped in mythological legend, the cave has also been interpreted as the gates of Hades and the passageway to the underworld. St Michael's Cave underwent a major transformation in summer of 2021 with a technology-led installation creating a brand new immersive experience inside the natural attraction. The Awakening highlights the history of the famous cave, explaining how the geological formation came to be through the 360-degree light projection combined with immersive spatial audio. It is worth remembering that if you explore Gibraltar on foot by yourself, there is an awful lot of walking to do. We didn't find the maps or the signposts particularly helpful either. And whatever you do, don't get caught at the top of the rock, run out of time, and then panic to get back to the ship before it leaves without you. After many years of abandonment, the World War II Great Siege Tunnels of Gibraltar were open to the public. In 1940, of course, Britain was at war with both Italy and Germany, and the fate of Gibraltar was uncertain. Britain's military leaders, with Winston Churchill, believed that Gibraltar was in great danger of an attack. So to save the rock, a massive underground fortress was built, consisting of a network of tunnels, 30 interconnecting miles, leading to a hospital, a power station, a military headquarters, and room to support 10,000 troops and civilians. found the siege and World War II tunnels absolutely fascinating. It was also interesting to visit this place as well, Queen Charlotte's Battery, which is situated on the eastern corner of a Moorish castle and has been there since 1727. We enjoyed walking down to the centre again through the narrow lanes and staircases to the Main Street area, which is also worth exploring. It's Gibraltar's principal shopping district, and here you can find a wide array of souvenirs and curio shops, as well as fashionable boutiques and so on. One of the sub-districts of Main Street is called Irish Town, named in the 19th century when Gibraltar was divided into different quarters. Before we finish this episode, don't forget to check out the other videos on the channel featuring the rest of this Mediterranean cruise, theme parks including the original Xcaret Park in Mexico and others, all of the parks in Orlando, parks that no longer exist like Cypress Gardens and Opryland USA, plus European parks. There are also city and short breaks along with top tips, hints and ideas. And if you enjoy any of the videos here, make sure you click on the like button, ring the notification bell to be informed of any future videos, and make sure you subscribe.
I'm gonna go write a million songs if that's the way to be. I'll write a classic to beat them all and go down in history. I'll be the one to reach the stars, but only if you're with me tonight, 'cause that'll be